Hey Capricorn, welcome. I hope you guys are doing amazing. It's your High Priestess Maggie. We're going to do a reading for you. I hope you enjoy the view of the bright, beautiful sun and all the beautiful growth of the trees out front. It is windy, but it doesn't take away from its beauty. So either way, let's tap into the energy of Capricorn. What's going on? What is it? Nine of Swords. So night terrors. Some of you made a mistake and you're sitting there worried about it, and it's actually taken away from your sleep. No. I feel you just regret something that you did recently. I don't feel like it was anything from the past, but it had something to do with a old version of yourself doing this kind of same thing, in a sense, what you would have done in the past, but it was something that you wanted to overcome. Is the feeling here with the Fool in the reverse. Okay, Aquarius and Gemini's energy. All right, Chinese year tiger and or horse. So those could be specific. You could be a Capricorn horse or a Capricorn tiger, but you don't have to be Gemini, Aquarius moons. But this is definitely like telling me that you needed this reading right now because God wanted to obviously calm your storm. In that sense, you guys have had a lot of anxious feelings towards things in life, and that could be eating away at you. This could also be kind of depriving you of joy, excitement, laughter, maybe even having really good memories with your family, your loved ones, your partner, whatever it may be, your friends, maybe even having a good attitude, positive attitude at work, or whatever it is you do on your day. You're just having a little bit of a difficult time. You're literally struggling, right? And I know how Capricorns can be in that sense, and there's nothing wrong with it. You guys just don't really rely on other people. Like, you don't want to talk, or you don't want to just go and pop off the bottle and tell everybody what's happening, okay? You're very private, and that's, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. So don't ever think because you don't do what other people do that there's something wrong with you. That is not true. Okay, you do things differently because it's just who you are. It's just who you are. It doesn't even have to be a Capricorn thing. It's just who you are. You don't do well, or it doesn't suit you well to go tell people what's going on with you. Okay, so I know for a fact this is the true connection that I'm feeling that you have with God. That's why He's answering your prayer right now. He knows you've been anxious. He knows you've been worried. He knows you've been upset. He knows that you are repenting. You're coming clean. You're confessing. Like, this is the feeling I'm getting. I know I don't have the Seven of Swords in the reverse out here, but this is the feeling that you are in this mense of, this has been keeping you awake. This has been causing you to feel like you're overthinking, and the overthinking has kind of got out of hand. So God wants to kind of keep you back in this balance, get you back in this balance, and keep you in a stance. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, let's see. You're a brilliant individual, Capricorn. And I mean, hey, you can't even say that. That is a trait of Saturn itself, is the brilliantness, okay? That comes along with the intelligence of specifically logic, as well as being able to be financially smart, and or if it wasn't even, there was nothing to do with money at one point, Saturn itself would represent hard work and what you do to prep your own labor, what you're doing for what you're going to be receiving in your labors, and what you're going to see the fruits of your labor kind of feeling, what you put into, that's the effort, that's the determination. Okay, that's that feeling of you being so brilliant. So in that sense, it's kind of a general statement towards the Saturn energy of your Capricorn ruler, but y'all are brilliant. And so you are definitely healing emotional trauma right now. That's big. And I do know that God wanted you to realize firsthand you're brilliant. And if you're brilliant enough to heal emotions within self. Okay? Let's do one more. Two more. Focusing on self. In that sense, you've been wanting to give up, right? And that's what we already kind of went over. We already briefed that out, but that's the feeling that you are in. This says, speaking truth and facts, intuitive abilities are magnifying. And I want to take it upon this perfect time right now to tell you, God wants you to be proud of yourself. He wants you to be proud of yourself that you did not fall suit to the other ways of doing things. Okay? You found a way through your own mind, which is beautiful, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're utilizing our own intelligence, okay? Our own conscious awareness. And this is something you've been doing. But focusing on self is going to be the way towards your emotional healing journey. That's going to be it. I know sometimes it's hard. You want to give up. I'm going to tell you right now. There's been many, many, many times throughout, just in the sense of just life in general, that I wanted to just not go any further. But there's been so many great things that I have seen after continuously living. Okay, I've had great experiences. I've had more laughter. I've had more memories that have been made. I've been to see places and do things that I haven't been able to do for, my entire life, or like a long time in my life, So that sense, like, if you just give up, you're never really gonna get the things that you deserve. You deserve it and you know it. So don't give up on yourself. Okay? You can give up on anything else you want to give up on, but don't give up on you ever, Capricorn. Okay? Right. What else we got? Oh, see, your whole life, this is what's happened. You could even been raised by this, but there's been a lot of people in your life that have lacked emotion and feelings. Okay, so when I say lacking emotion and feeling, they don't put emotion and feelings into their everyday situations and circumstances. Okay, so they wouldn't be bringing in like, oh, I feel happy and excited about this, or oh, I feel a little sad and hurt about this, or oh, I feel a little bit enraged and or aggravated about this. No, nobody expressed themselves like that. Nobody used words in that sense of like expressing themselves or putting into detail what one is feeling. No, that never happened for you. You never seen that in your life. So when people do that, it maybe makes you feel like, I don't know, for some of you, you could have been raised in a way where people, if they do express themselves, are complaining. Okay? But that's not a complaining. And when people are expressing themselves and utilizing words of like, I'm aggravated, I'm upset, I am happy, I'm excited, that's them expressing how they feel in that moment. And now I want to also determine this too, because this is a very important factor. Now, excitement for one person versus another is not going to be the same. Yes, it's the same energy field of being excited, but the way that one is going to feel excitement is going to be different than the next. The one way somebody can feel sadness, anger, aggravation, irritability, anxiousness, they're all going to be different than the next person. So in that sense, yes, there's a lot of similarities. We all know if we're dealing with anxiety, all of us have a different way of dealing with anxiety or noticing when we're having anxious like symptoms in a sense, so we would know ourselves well enough to know when we are anxious, which, anxiety is a great way to know our frequency, our antenna. Is there something up? There's something up. Okay, and there's good things to know of that within yourself too. But you did not get to really, you have a deep fear of something. And that could be the fact that you are deeply feeling these emotions and feelings altogether. Okay, I'm going to tell you another thing. I just discovered this feeling because the other day I was really in depth of kind of manifesting and meditating and all the things at once, and really heavily talking to the spiritual energies. Anyway, they really did kind of help me understand that when people are smelling or hearing or seeing, they get a sensation. And what do they say? What they see. They are feeling something. So when someone sees a beautiful view, like, oh, that is so beautiful, I'm like so in awe. That's a feeling. So when they see, it's connected to feel, right? And it's a real thing, correct? So same thing for when somebody hears something and like they hear a really great melody and they're just in love with that melody. It makes them feel some type of way. Feel, right? And that is real because what they're hearing is real. What they're seeing is real, right? And I know a lot of us only look at that, but this is the energy I'm trying to give you. What you feel is real. Okay, so other people's feelings towards whatever it may be, that is very real. So you should never try to invalidate others. In that sense, that could be something you've also had happen to you. People have invalidated your emotions and feelings and made you feel a deep fear of sharing, because once you do, they argue with you that you can't feel like that, or there's no way that this is real. And it collapses your entire reality when no one understand you, and they think you are lying. And that's hard for a Capricorn. Capricorns are honest individuals, honest. They make honest livings most of the time. Now, I'm not speaking up for all the Capricorns, because not everybody's the same. Y'all got to really interpret the energy of like birth chart. Everybody's got a different birth chart. Nobody's got the same one. Okay. And I mean, I'm gonna tell you, all signs can be bad and all signs can be good, you know. So it doesn't matter. It's all about the person, who the person is. In that sense, it's not really even something you should identify as like you're just a Capricorn. You're this with also a moon sign this, and then a North Node this, and you have this as well. And these all kind of put our personality into tact. Okay. And not just one thing, but I'm gonna let you know, most Capricorns are honest individuals. Now, don't let me. I'm gonna tell you some experiences with Capricorn men that I've known in my life, friends mainly, yes. They like to make a story a little bit more juicy, and I feel like there's a little bit of add-ons in that. But either way, it is what it is. If you can accept somebody for who they are, and they just want to make something just a little bit more oof, whatever, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But honestly, if I know, most Capricorns are honest people, and they will tell you the absolute blunt truth about things, especially the things that, it's more logic, like a logic point of view, which comes with that Saturn energy again, right? Anyway, so if you really wanted to get a real logical answer from something in your mind, and a Capricorn would be the one to ask, you know what I mean? And you guys already know what I'm talking about. Probably have that happen a lot in your life, where people come to you for a certain, because they see how you view life, right? And they obviously respect it if they want to come to you. So there's something here that, I want you to see all these things I'm speaking about. This is God telling you that you're a necessary person. You're important. You have a purpose. You've been fulfilling this purpose. Even if you've been feeling these feelings of really upset and anxiety and all these things, just know everything you're doing is fine. Don't be freaking yourself out, though. Okay. On the bottom, Hermit in the reversal. Y'all isolated right there. Yeah, but that's okay. You're kind of in the withdrawn energy. Now, look, there's nothing wrong with that, because if you really want to get technical with all the things in the universe and the solar system and all the things that are happening within this whole energetic field that we live in, because this is what I call the universe. It's an energetic field. It is what it is. So with this, we are having a lot of karma be cleared right now. Okay, and this has been happening for a while now, but it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It persists like that. So we have been warned already before this time, in that sense, to not really be close to people right now, because a lot of their karma, they're gonna definitely be having to clear it or go through it or face it. And we don't want to be tied up in that energy. We don't want to be tied up into someone else's karma. You probably have been hearing a lot of people talk about it, for sure. That's what I'm just saying. In that sense, I'm reminding whatever and bringing that up, because that's also very important right now. So a lot of us have been feeling withdrawn. A lot of us have been feeling solitude. I really just saw this, what do they call, reel on Instagram, and on my Cosmic Soul Tribe, I kind of, we remix or whatever. So I remixed it because it's like you really do kind of crave society in a way, because we do crave connection. We do want to communicate. We do want to share. This is kind of what we're born for. And then when we go out, we're like, wow, I really see why I don't ever want to go out. Like, I don't want to be a part of all these people with their self altercations that they can't seem to face, and they don't even want to give themselves self-love to really go within and do the inner healing work, and I don't want to do that, because this isn't my energy, this isn't my vibe. And that's kind of also another setting, if you want to look at how they are talking about the new world and how it's supposed to be dividing, etc., etc. Now, I don't believe it's totally dividing. Like, it wouldn't be like that, really. In that sense, if you think about it, the people that want to be at peace are going to be at peace, and they're not going to be disturbed by other people's craziness. They're going to find their way to just not be around it. And the people that are going to be all disturbed and crazy are going to be all together doing their thing, being whatever. But that's the world we're all going to be living in. We're not going to be noticing, like, the peaceful people aren't going to notice the people that are disturbed. And the ones that are disturbed are going to be noticing the ones that are peaceful. In that sense, it's just all an illusion. And reality is whatever you create it to be. And that's how we all are going to be in our own reality, by living in our own mind and creating the thoughts that are positive and staying with the energies of higher vibration. Okay, so there's I see, okay, there is somebody here, and of course this energy could be a part of you or was a part of you, and this could be that old version energy we were talking about earlier. It doesn't have to be, though. Like I said, there could be a reason why you ended up having this situation where you feel like you made a mistake that you regret, or whatever it may be. There's definitely a culprit is the point of that. Yeah, King of Wands in the reverse. Okay, could be a Leo, could be a Cancer, specifically a Chinese, your monkey, or a sheep. You also have Hangman in the reverse, and then also Death, which is perfect to see. Death is a great thing, especially for this situation for you. Yes, I know that there's a lot of new perspectives that you had to gain, and observation is very much so. You're definitely getting up in there. Your observations are super on point. They've always been. You're very, very detailed. Not just the fact that you're able to explain the detail, the fact that you see it. You pick it up immediately too, nonetheless. So this is telling me that there was somebody around you. Yep, it flipped up in the upright too. Not even purposely. It flipped. It like caught this card, caught it and flipped it like upright. Because originally it was in the reverse. Okay, so yeah, you know what you had to sacrifice, and I say the repenting, the coming clean, the confessing is very important because this is something you've been doing. You've been praying. Your connection to God is very substantial. It's a bond you have. It's true because God wouldn't be pulling through right now doing this for you if there was no connection. Okay, does that make sense? Now the death's all about that transformation, which is a great thing to see, a death and a rebirth. This is an ending to the situation. So this is why they're not wanting you to give up. I'm getting a lot of Nine of Wands, pop, 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 right in the brain. It's kind of like if you were to think of something that's just kind of censoring. Yeah, that Nine of Wands is popping up in my brain. And you're a warrior. You are. It's crazy because this is you so close to success. Don't give up right now. This battle fatigue is going to be so worth it. That's the best piece. That's the thing too. You being a Capricorn, you are being a hard worker that you are. You're going to get rewarded. You know. It's a great thing. I really hope you enjoyed this. Scorpio is Chinese your pig. Pisces is Chinese your rabbit, by the way. Just so we're aware. But either way. I'm going to leave this here because this is kind of like what God wanted you to hear. Okay? Anyway, have a beautiful rest.